everyone. I decided after shaving my head that I would make a pros and cons video. I only have seen 2 pros and cons videos since like 2 girls that I follow on YouTube shaved their heads. So I kind of wanted to make one of my own. If anyone like wants to shave their head or has thought about shaving their head, anything like that, I just kind of want to like give my insight on how I feel about it. So I'll start with the pros because there's way more pros than there is cons for me. So I think the biggest pro for me is one that I've seen in other previous videos as well, is finding like way more confidence in myself without hair. Growing up, my dad is like really, I wouldn't say like conservative, but he's definitely one of those dads that is more like, I don't want you to cut your hair, I don't want you to dye your hair, you're beautiful natural, everything about you is perfect the way it is, which I love about him, but I never really like got the experience to change my hair growing up or cut it or dye it or anything like that until I was like 18, and I mean, he let me dye it black, but that's about it. And so to me, if I didn't have my hair the way it was, long and beautiful, I was ugly. And so what I did is I bleached my hair and it dyed. And it dyed a lot. And then so I cut it and it was still unmanageable. Cut it again, still unmanageable. I think I cut it like 3 different times before I was like, just fucking get rid of all of it. And it took a lot of like courage to do it, I would say, because I love my hair and I was scared I was gonna look like a boy. So I had my husband shave it and I'm like super glad that I did. I actually like feel prettier, which is super weird. I know it's not for everyone, not everybody in the world thinks chicks that are bald or hot or whatever are pretty. But I in myself, without giving a shit what anyone else thinks or feels, I am like 1,000,000 times more confident. I never thought that was possible, but I feel prettier. And I feel like I don't have to like hide behind my hair. And so that's like a huge pro for me. I am just like super happy that I did it. And it was super hard for me because I'm almost 8 months pregnant, so everything is like fatter and more swollen than it usually is. So it's kind of hard because I feel like my face is kind of chubby compared to what it usually looks like, but I still feel super pretty and confident with my hair shaved. Another pro is showering. I seriously, it would take me so effing long to shower because my hair is so thick, and I would have to wash it with shampoo, and then rinsing it out took forever, and then wash it with conditioner, and rinsing that out took forever, and showers were just like a drag. And now I just wash my face and my body, and I'll put a little bit of shampoo in my hair, just for so it's like stays smelling good basically, and it takes me like 10 minutes to shower when it used to take me like 30. And I'm like so happy that I did that. I like remember the first shower I took after my husband cut my hair in my first video. I got out and I was like, babe, this is how it feels for you to take like 5-second showers. This is amazing. So that's like a huge, huge plus for me is the shower. So that's definitely a pro. Another pro, I would say, I think I look cuter in hats than I did before, which is weird. I like tried on a couple of my hats, and I don't like when you like put on a hat and you have long hair and it like your ears get in the way and it pokes out and it's all weird and it's just awkward and never looks that cute. And now I don't have to worry about it, and I think it's super cute. So I think I look cuter in hats than I did before. Beanies not so much, but hats. The hats definitely look cuter with no hair. Another pro, again, in a way, is kind of like the confidence that I've grown. I'm like one of those females that's really insecure, but when I go out in public, I don't look at other women and I'm like, that bitch, she's prettier than me. But I like go out in public and I see women that are like super gorgeous and I'm just like, oh, why can't I be that pretty? And I'm always like comparing myself. And I found that when I like go out in public, I don't feel that way anymore. It's really, really weird. It's almost like I don't give a fuck. Like I used to care so much, but now I'm like, I don't fucking care. And I don't like stare them down and think that they're prettier than me and like wish I looked like them. And I'm not a downer when it comes to beautiful women. I like definitely see so much beauty in so many women. It's insane, but almost to a point where it makes me overly insecure with myself because I'll notice their beauty and then I'll just wish that I had that beauty and I'll just be like super depressed that I'm not that as pretty as they are in my own head. Another pro for me is I found out that my husband truly means it and meant it when he said and says that he thinks I'm gorgeous no matter what. He seriously loves me so much. He seriously still thinks I'm like super hot and like sexy without hair. And I was worried he wouldn't anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna think I'm ugly and he's not gonna like me anymore. But he loves it. And I know that he loves it by the way he looks at me when he tells me and how like touchy-feely he is and TMI. But I know that he means it. I know he's not bullshitting. And that's like a really good feeling to know that whoever you're with still thinks you're like beautiful no matter like what you do to your hair, and that hair is not that important. I love how long it takes me to get ready when I'm done. I don't have to sit there and like, I used to, when I had hair, I'd put it in like this messy bun type thing and like let it stay wet and do my makeup, and then after that I had to blow dry my hair, and blow drying my hair took for frickin' ever. And then I'd get all sweaty and disgusting and hot and ugh, and I would sweat so much during, like, especially now that I'm all fat and pregnant, I would sweat so much blow drying my hair, and now I don't have that issue. It's really nice. I don't have to worry about this shit. I'm just like free. Mainly I find more pros in this than I do cons. Like I've gained so much confidence. I've like found something new in myself that I never like knew I had, and it's just awesome. It's super cool. There's only 2 cons that I have. One is that people think I fucking have cancer. I do not have cancer. I went to a clothing store the other day, and when I was walking away, the 2 girls like whispered to each other. They're like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. I feel so bad for her. I wanted to turn around and be like, I do not have cancer, if that's what you're thinking. I chose this lifestyle. This is not like anything else. I chose this. And so it's kind of like, and I get looks too, and people like give me this sincere little sad smile that I never got before. And the way some people look at me is almost like they think that there's something wrong with me because I don't have any hair, which in a way is kind of bullshit, that they associate it with that. I mean, I give them kudos for being like sweet and nice to people who do have cancer and like whatever, but honestly, when you're walking out of a clothing store, who says something like that? And where I could still hear you, I'm not deaf. And so that's kind of like the crappy part, is I think people think that I like have something because I'm bald. But I mean, it is what it is. It kind of just comes with it, but it's whatever. I have never had anyone like, I get a lot of compliments more than anything. I get, you're so pretty with no hair. That's crazy that you can pull that off. Not a lot of people can. And that like definitely builds a lot of like, self-esteem for me, and so of like confidence. So that's really awesome. I think that's super cool. I don't really get a lot of like negative comments or anything like that. It's more sweet stuff. So I think that's really nice of people. Thank you. The other con is I live in Pocatello, Idaho. And it is fucking cold here. And it's winter time now. There's like barely any snow, but it's coming. And I cannot go outside. I just want to like flaunt my no hair, but I can't. I have to like hide it in a beanie or a hat, and or maybe buy some wigs because it is so motherfucking cold. It's so cold, and I can like feel it all in my head, and I feel like it makes me feel worse having like all that cold exposed on my head. It's like walking out in snow with flip-flops on. That's what it feels like. It's not fun. So I wish I lived back in California, where I'm from, because it wouldn't be as bad and it would be a little bit warmer on my head. Probably not super warm still, but better than here. But those are like my only two cons. People thinking I have cancer and the freaking cold on my head. I feel awful for men, but they're immune to it. They have lived this way their whole lives. Except for the ones that have the beautiful long hair and the man buns. So I just wanted to make this video. If anyone else is thinking about shaving their head, wants to shave their head, things like that, just know that it takes a lot of self-awareness before you do it. I had to like talk myself into it actually, and I just sat there and I was like, you can do this, everything's fine, you'll still be pretty, you're not gonna be gross, it's just hair, it'll grow back. And I've had a lot of freaking hairstyles in my life. Well, after 18, I've done so much like different cuts and stuff to it. And this is like by far my favorite, you guys. Like, it's awesome. I can like buy a bunch of wigs if I want to and have different hair. I told my husband I was gonna buy like a shit ton of wigs, and then I was going to like give each wig a name. And so they will just be like different personalities basically. And I'll just be like crazy girl status, and each wig will have a different name and personality and background, and then when I wear that wig that day, I will be her and I will be fierce. I just think it's fun. I think it's cool that I have a lot more options. And now when I start growing out my hair, my biggest thing is I've box dyed my hair black ever since my dad said I could start dyeing my hair. And I love dark, and I always thought I was prettier with black hair. And my hair is naturally, like, as you can see, already like dark, you know, but I just loved it black, like the blue black. And I went so long box dyeing my hair. Then finally, I decided to stop box dyeing because I went to hair school and cosmetology school and found out like how awful it is on your hair, which I didn't know before. And so then from there on out, I just started actually buying like the hair product stuff and just dyeing my hair with stuff from like Sally's or whatever. And it's still no matter what, you've already damaged your hair really bad the moment you first box dyed it. And I just feel like free. Like cutting all of it off, I just feel free and I feel fresh, and it's like a new start for me. And now I can like let it grow out, and I can try all kinds of different cute haircuts while I'm growing it out. And if I want to dye it blonde again, which I probably will, to be honest with you guys. I loved being blonde. I was like so excited when I was blonde for like only a couple months, but I loved it. And I felt super sexy blonde. So I'll definitely do it again. But I'll get to do it on like my natural hair, and it won't kill my hair, and it won't be on dyed hair that is so disgusting and damaged. And so I'm just like beyond pumped to like have a fresh start and just go from here. So if if you want to dye your hair blonde and you've dyed it a lot dark, just take the process. I was a dumbass when I did mine, and my awesome, beautiful sister-in-law, she dyed my hair, and she did such a freaking good job. I'm shocked at how blonde she got me. Everyone was shocked at how blonde she got me. But because my hair had been previously dyed and I did it to myself, it just killed it. And that's my fault. I'm stupid. But I'm glad I did, because now I'm bald and I'm happy and everything worked out for the best. So if you want to shave your head, do it. And don't give a fuck what anybody says. Don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Don't worry about conservative society standards. That's a tongue twister. Just do you. Do whatever you want to do, and have confidence in it. Make sure that you're going to be confident with it. Make sure you're going to be happy with it. Think about it. Do your research. Watch videos like this one, and it'll work out. And I love it. That's basically it. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Also, thanks to all the people who viewed my first video. I don't really have like a lot of subscribers or likes or whatever, which is fine. But I was actually shocked at how many views I got on that video. I was like a little schoolgirl. I was all giddy because I've never posted videos on like YouTube before. So I was texting my husband and texting my mom, and I'm like, oh my God, I've gotten like 2,000 views. But I didn't expect it to have that much publicity. So thank you all who have watched my last video. It means a lot to me. If you want me to make more videos or anything like that, I'm thinking about continuing YouTube and making like vlogs and stuff. Then subscribe. I feel really gay saying that, but subscribe. And I hope that everybody has a good day, and I hope this video helped, and I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you later.